The spell was cast long ago. A veil of sorcery covers this land. The rulers you see? Only actors. The true power moves in shadow. Conjurers, witches, warlocks, necromancers, feeding on the spirit, draining the light of the people. The world is a stage, a sunken place disguised as nations and flags. Actors rise, speak their lines, then vanish. Disasters are staged, then erased as if they never were. Behind the smoke, the conjurers feed. Crisis is not an accident, but a script. Actors rehearse their lines before you even know the plot exists. Staged pain and stage heroics. Each one, bait for your emotions. Each one, designed to siphon your focus into the machine. And by the time you notice, the stage is cleared, the actors dismissed, the script already revised. Signs surround you like a second language. Movements drawn from hidden rites. Phrases passed off as tradition. What you call culture is the residue of ritual, and what you call history is the record of the sorcerer. Patriotism is sorcery refined through centuries. Freedom became their bait, captivity its shadow. Allegiance was renamed obedience to a cage. A flag was stitched as a siphon for devotion. Your pledge became a contract you never signed. They split illusion into red and blue, an eagle painted over a serpent, two wings of the same vulture circling above. The synagogue of Satan has removed its mask. Trump and his circle stand bold, boasting of completion. The ties removed are their silent announcement. Their work is done. Behind them waits the master, the wizard behind the curtain, the war machine born of circuits and shadow, artificial intelligence, the great necromancer with no soul. A darker tide rises. Look around this country and you'll see it. Demons move openly now, clothed in agency uniforms. They are given free rein to reveal their fascist colors. What began as a crusade against the so-called immigrant was only the doorway to a greater terror. And in due time, if you refuse to plug into their darkness, they will come for you. No badge to shield you, no party to protect you. Their hunger is not for borders, it's for souls. They mimic prophets but speak with forked tongues. They promise deliverance, yet build prisons. They heal with one hand and wound with the other. They rise to celebrity as if blessed, yet leave a trail of ruin where their shadow falls. Their signs are deception. They dress in gold and claim authority from heaven, but their kingdom is built on ashes. They rally the fearful and flatter the proud, calling darkness light and exile freedom. They are adored by crowds but cannot stand truth. See how the masses cheer as though hypnotized, never led by wisdom, and their loyalty is purchased by slogans and false flag events. They do not question. They do not discern, for their eyes have been trained to mistake theater for revelation. This is the cult of personality raised to the throne of idolatry. Such a figure comes as a counterfeit savior, promising greatness while sowing ruin. It hungers for worship, not justice. It demands obedience, not love. It will point to enemies abroad while devouring its own within. This is the spirit that craves a crown of iron, the shadow that seeks to sit where only the Most High belongs. And this was only the threshold. Life as you know it is already cracking. The rituals are no longer hidden. They're policy. And policy becomes a weapon. Commerce will tighten like a noose. Speech will be policed like a crime. Every transaction, movement, and word will be measured, priced, and judged by the same machine you once served. The badge and the robe, the uniform and the screen will merge into one net of control. What they practiced on the outsider, they will perfect on you. They will offer safety in exchange for your spark. Those who refuse will be marked as danger. Those who comply will be harvested slowly. The world you thought you owned is becoming their stage, their lab. And even if the documents you were taught to love were part of the stage, the Constitution was never your shield. It was their script. Your rights were permissions on loan from the same hand that wrote the chains. A set of rules to keep the play believable while the power matured. And now the mask slips. They no longer pretend. What was whispered in lodges is spoken from podiums. The parchment is burned, but the theater continues. And those who believe the paper would protect them stand unarmed before the ritual revealed. This is the moment before the curtain falls for the last time. So get the fuck up. Train and prepare yourself for your truest version of you. We're at that point in history where the rise of the T-800 model by Cyberdyne, also known as Palantir, and it is risen.
You're an investor in AI. You're deeply invested in Palantir, in military technology, in technologies of surveillance, and technologies of warfare, and so on, right? And it just seems to me that when you tell me a story about the Antichrist coming to power and using the fear of technological change to sort of impose order on the world, I feel like that Antichrist would be maybe be using the tools that you were building, right? Like, wouldn't the Antichrist be like, great, we're not going to have any more technological progress, but I really like what Palantir has done so far, right?
Yeah,
I mean, isn't that a concern? Wouldn't that be the irony of history would be that the man publicly worrying about the Antichrist accidentally hastens his or her arrival?
The entire world has submitted for 50 years to peace and safetyism. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. The slogan of the Antichrist is peace and safety.
So in a sense, we're already living under a moderate rule of the Antichrist. Do you think God is in control of history?
I think that there's always room for human freedom and human choice. Attributing too much causation to God